and Dragons actual play 5th edition live stream, where we have 4 groups of 4 player characters. I am currently turning down my volume, so if I sounded extremely loud, I apologize. Yeah, I just laughed and saw it go way up. So we have 4 groups of 4 player characters here on the stream. Tonight we are starting our cycle of 4 over again, and we will be doing so with Team 1. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and then I'm going to give a brief recap of their most recent adventures, and then we will be jumping back into it. So first off, we have Biff.
Hi, my name is Zach Harmon. I play Biff Tree Needle, and this is my dog that I ride, Keith.
Is Keith a dog?
Well, he's a dire fox, but...
Yeah. After Biff, we have Jackson.
Hey, I'm Nathaniel, and I play Jackson Parr's Wizard Extraordinaire.
After Jackson, we have Zakar.
Hey everyone, I'm Aaron. I play Zakar, who's a rogue ranger and quite the cook.
And after Zakar, we have... Hold on, I need to ping. Khalid.
I'm Brian Ziola. I play Khalid, and I am a dire boy.
Dire boy? All this time I thought you were an adult man, but you're just a very large...
dire boy.
So, Team 1, they have just crossed over into Zakar, the rogue ranger, who's the main cook. They've just crossed over into his homeland of Ursumer. Ursumer is currently being invaded by the theocracy of Dal Ryoth. An alliance, and somewhat uneasy alliance, based on a few whispers that the party have heard here and there, has been formed between some of the principal nations below the Shroud Mountains that bisect the north from the rest of Walharn, the continent on which we are playing. And last week, the adventurers saved a Ryothi priest who was basically being tortured in the street by expats from some of these alliance countries who had been captured by a group of legionnaires from the Western Empire of Hallandor. When they took this priest over to a commander in the Ursumer military, just to sort of brief him on what had happened and get in front of the story before the Legionnaires reported it. They also found out that their wizard, Jackson Pars, his mentor, partner, teacher, had come through recently, and a similar experience to Jackson's, being attacked by one of the golem that have replaced the city guard. Well, not replaced, just supplemented. Jackson was attacked by one of them, and that has only happened once before, when they attacked Allison's Star. But the party now has begun leaving the office of this commander with the priest that they fetched along, that they saved, and yeah, so we are in Dungeons and Dragons. Is there anything else that you all want to mention for a recap?
No, I think we're good.
Nothing on
Who
my
did
end.
Biff sleep with at the end of last session?
Huh?
I feel like there's usually one.
Nobody
I
this
swam to the bottom of the river and got it on with that stone golem.
Oh no.
Rock hard.
We could go over all the taxes stuff again, Ben. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was.
I hear that Biff got an STD, a stone-transmitted disease.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was me and the golem and the jizzer.
Jizya. Alright.
It just sounds like new members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
So, did we talk about Allison Starr in character?
No, you
I don't
have not.
remember. Okay. I'll turn to Jackson and say, what's the deal with this Allison Starr character?
Well, that's the deal.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did a bit.
All right, fences.
You made it. 2 minutes
I did
into
that one up
the
there,
actual
Dad.
game.
Made it 2 minutes.
I do.
But
have
I. Oh well, that's kind of. I don't know how to explain it. We are partners, and she is a mentor of mine. We both have the same goal, and we both have begun the remastery of the arcane arts together, leaving these bookworms behind. But she's been out, gathering artifacts and such for a very long time, which is why I decided to go out and do the same.
Is she the person you created that doorway to?
Yes, she'll have access to it. It goes back to our sanctum.
Hmm.
And why aren't you traveling with her anymore? Why didn't you go with her to find these artifacts?
Well, first off, I didn't realize she'd be gone very long, and she had to leave quite abruptly. But we are both both independent of each other, but also very dependent upon each other. It's a very advanced relationship is what we have.
Well, do you want to go find her?
I would certainly hope to run into her. It sounds like she'd be in the same city as our little friend that we're planning to give the orders to.
Yeah, wonderful. It's a great city. It's where I grew up.
Oh, really? What's your favorite part about it?
Well, so much life on the streets. And, you'll just have to see it.
I look forward to learning everything about it, experiencing it, that is.
It sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, well, and there's quite the set of sites there, too. I don't know if you've heard of the Tower of the Cloud, but they say it's the largest building to have ever existed.
Oh, yes. I think I've heard that before, and that would be very enlightening even to travel to its peak.
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to do that, but you'd certainly be able to see it. It's quite the sight.
Very few things can hold me from them. I'm sure I could make my way to the top.
And Ben, I imagine we're like making our way out.
Yes.
Like I see that we changed maps. But...
Yeah. And you have come to the nearest. There's a temple to each arm of the god in Operon. The god being Ashura Mazdan, the god of Koshantrianism, the state religion of Ursumer, as well as Zakar. And you are approaching one of the temples of the Arm of War. You can see that etched on each of the 6 walls as you approach, there is a large arm, a muscular man's arm holding a spear. And then you can see that there are what looks like about 6 stories to this building. It is made out of this really old stone that was mortared long enough ago that the sides of it just look sheer, like from reworking the stone, essentially. You can see that there are a number of, at about waist height, there is this sort of indention that goes into each of the walls, and then it goes up to about what you imagine would be the 3rd story. And then there are just these iron bars that go through there. You can see starting in the stone that's at that first level where the indention begins, there are these holes where spears have been placed inside, and you can see that most of these spears look very, very old. They are like rusted all along the iron head, and the wood is cracked and partially broken. And you can see that looking up, it looks like each of these spears, swords, unstrung bows, you can see that they're all sort of in a state of decomposing. Like these are the weapons of warriors who died in battle and now have a place of honor here. You see that there are, on 5 of the walls, there are iron doors. If you were to walk around, you would see that there is one that is made out of wood, and that one is propped open. That one is this one down here.
Sorry, Ben. So did this look like it's a door that belongs to one of the arms, or is this the one that's open for the public?
That is the public one.
It is.
So
Okay.
each of the actual doors, if you were to approach them, each of them have a different arm on them. So like the one that's in front of you, it is a arm holding a skull, which is the arm of death. If you all were to try that door, it would be locked. Zakar would know why. There's the arm of coin, the arm of governance, the arm of war, which has the same symbol as each of the walls, and then there is the arm of shit. What's the other one?
The arm of shit.
Did you say governance?
Yeah, governance is the
Fertility? Did you do that one?
Oh yeah, fertility. Sorry, the arm of fertility, which is holding grain.
And so we're bringing jizya here?
Jizya is the tax. The Ryothi priest. I don't.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you all got his name actually.
All right, here's some money.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go here.
Detlov? Is that?
Ah, yeah, sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's some dead love shrimp jokes, so that tracks.
Yes, yes. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'll lead the way towards the door that's open for... Wait, sorry, Ben. Which one was open for everyone?
This one.
It was this one. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Have you been to this temple before?
No. But there are many temples like it all across.
This is the temple for war?
Well, yeah, for the arm of war.
But the doors, there's other doors to the temple for the other arms?
Right. Well, they all belong to Ashula Mazdan, and so any of the priests have access to the temple if they need it.
Hmm.
Yes, you understand it's the arms of the god, and so they all are part of one whole thing, but they also have their own individual functions, so everything represented, I suppose, but...
Are there other temples, though, that are for the other arms?
Yeah, like that one over there. And I'll point to... Because this is like a temple district, Ben, right?
Yes, the temples, just like the doors, are arranged in a very specific order.
Yeah.
So the nearest one would be the Temple of Governance or the Temple of Fertility.
I would like to check out one of these temple of fertilities one day.
Yeah, that sounds kind of interesting to me as well.
Yeah, they have a lot of really great ingredients from all across Ursamer, but I'd like to stop there too, actually.
Mm.
I've never been to a temple
Let
of my
me-
religion.
I think Jackson and Biff look at each other and do a mental high five.
Right. Let me reopen that map and create it with a different floor color, and turn it a different angle. But Detlov follows you.
I'd like to go to the governance now. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
And sorry.
Does your god doesn't have temples?
I've never actually met anyone who
Well, when I saw your god, they were
I leave.
sitting in the center of a temple of their own making. Where'd he go?
Missy step out of the building.
I Misty step and follow.
No.
Continuing to talk.
And does it look like what's the title for like a head priest, Ben? It's not Emir, right?
No. The title of the head priest.
For a temple.
Yes. For just a specific temple, it is left hand.
Left
And
hand.
the high priest of each of the arms is right hand.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so I'll look around and see if
Excuse me. You are not permitted to go upstairs without a guide.
Jackson.
Oh, would you mind guiding me?
Very much so. We have services in an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll come back down.
I'm sorry. He doesn't know the kind of the unsaid rules here. I'm looking for the left hand of the temple. Could you point me in his direction?
Yes.
Or their direction, sorry.
Shamir is over there.
Thank you.
And you see that Detlov has already crossed to him, and the two of them are embracing.
I'll wait for them to finish their reunion.
Yeah. And you hear Shamir whisper something to Detlov, but then Detlov turns and says, "This is one of your flock who helped me, got me safe." Shamir
5 blessings.
turns. 5 blessings, my son. I appreciate you sticking your neck out for this old this old heathen. And he grabs Detlov by the shoulder and shakes him, which is probably seems a little bit weird to Zakar, since that's not like a belief that Goshandrinism has.
Yeah.
But you see Detlov kind of like smiles and like slightly annoyed, but smiles. His mouth was liable to get him in a bit of trouble, so that's appreciated. Have you said your prayers today? Would you like to take them here?
Of course, I haven't sat in a temple in too long.
Of course.
If that's all right with my companions, I'll look over to Biff especially.
Sure, yeah, take your time. I'm just gonna, fiddle around on some dulcimer here. I'll kind of like play with my dulcimer dragon vocal chords. I think I've already powered them up this time. But
Biff is a very talented musician. Maybe he could lead us in the hymns.
oh, I would rather not.
No, but they're like cool contemporary hymns.
Yeah.
They're not like the ones your mom listens.
My son, we have a drummer who we keep in a cage.
Only if it's an electric drum set. That's the only way.
Biff, do you know any jars of clay?
Did somebody say a clay pot? And then I bring out the gin.
No.
No, I'm just gonna pull out this this pod here and take some drugs out of it real quick. Sorry.
All right. Fun thing to have happen in my temple. No, it's that's well and good, but I would prefer Koshantrians lead Koshantrians. So,
Of course.
Yeah, I'm with you.
brother, and you see this guy kind of speed walk over. Could you show Detlov to a room on the second floor, please? And he just sort of like dips his head a little bit and says, "Of course, Lieutenant." And hey, and he takes off empty. Yeah, you son of a bitch, get back. He doesn't say that. He's a priest. And Detlov turns one last time and says, "Thank you, Sikar. 5 blessings.
Yep, and you.
And the lightsmith guide your arm." And then he walks off. Do not.
Wait, so he said the lights. Did he say that to Detlov or to?
Detlov said that to you. And
Oh, okay.
Once
okay,
once he's turned, Shamir says, "Think nothing of it. He means it. He means well."
Oh, of course. I understand. We're welcoming here.
Indeed. If only those who come to our defense would understand that. Now, I'll leave you to your prayers. If there's anything you need of me, please don't hesitate.
Yeah, and then I'll start with my prayers. And I don't think that they would take very long. I'll try to be conscious of time.
Someone sits down next to you pretty much as soon as you start and assumes a prayer position, feet shoulder width apart, elbows to the knees, and his fingers locked together, and then his forehead down on his fingers. And he waits until you're done. And then he says, "Brother Zakar, you are requested by the arm of death. 5 blessings." And then he gets up.
And I'll stay behind a little bit longer. Look like I'm praying for a little bit more, but I think I'm growing a little nervous again, as I did last time.
Excuse me.
It's up to you. Sorry. What's up?
It's alright. Khalid, Biff, I get a perception check from both of you?
Yeah.
19.
13.
Okay. You don't notice anything of of interest.
Well, all right. Is there anything else anybody wants to do in town before we head out? What time of day is it, Ben?
It's still like midday.
Okay.
Before we leave town?
Well, yeah, I thought that we would head to Galeon next.
Yeah.
I see. I thought they were in. Okay.
Yeah, that's where Tiberius is. We have to give him those orders.
That's correct.
And,
I have them in my bag of messages.
Khalid's gonna meet Asnar real soon, Brian.
Come on, Keith.
I'll be the first to meet him.
Wow.
Yeah, Keith pads over to you and licks your face, Biff.
All right, climb on top, climb aboard. Give him some good pets. Maybe a little treat too.
I'll keep making noises.
That counts a bit.
I'll teach him a song.
No.
Are there people in town traveling by horseback?
There are some, yeah.
Then I'm gonna call forth my steed.
All right.
And I'll ride that.
All right. You've called forth your steed.
Well, Khalid, you were talking about finding a place to stay. Maybe we could.
Oh, I think that was only for Detlov when I spoke of that.
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea. We could stay the night here in a bed and start early tomorrow.
Yeah, I think starting fresh is a good idea.
Can we stay in one of these temples?
Oh, I don't think that would be for the best,
That
Jackson.
might not be Biff style either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like staying in a haunted mansion or something to me.
Where's this haunted mansion you
fine.
speak of? Let's go. Adventure awaits.
Sorry, we can't get there until my uncle dies, and we have to stay there to inherit his money. But
Oh.
For one night.
yeah, we can find an inn. I'll cover a couple of rooms. I don't mind if that's the issue.
Okay.
I
Send
was
my
just
speed
more
away.
hoping to hang around these religious artifacts and such.
Is
But,
your all's sorry?
fine.
Is your all's intention to basically stay at a partridge inn, or are you going to be going to a Ursumer establishment? Basically, a partridge inn is like you can drink. That's the
Yes.
major difference. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think we would stay there.
Do you have a preference for which nation? Two of you are from Zishan, so there are like Zishan run places.
I don't mind in that regard.
Yeah, I honestly, I think I'd prefer something different, something I haven't been to or spent much time around.
All right. Well, there's a Docero tavern where they're currently talking about the secession crisis in great detail. No, I'm just joshing.
Definitely not that one.
I'm just joshing. There's a Docero one.
You're just bitten.
I'm just spitting. Fuck.
Chomping at the bit.
It's champing.
Yeah, the champ.
No, I chomp. I chomp at the bit. Aaron was right.
It's bad for your teeth, man.
Not for mine. Are there any conversations that you all want to have when you go to the inn, or are you just going to sleep and then get on the road? Is that the plan?
I would want to slip away at some point and try to find a representative of the Arm of Death.
Okay. There is the temple to the Arm of Death, if you would like to.
Oh, there's a temple. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. I
Good
would go
luck.
there then.
I mean, good luck with your sleep.
Yeah, I might just try to play a little bit in the inn for some tips or a free room or something. But other than that, nothing really.
Okay. Yeah, make a performance check.
20.
Okay. With 20, you make 13 silver.
All right.
That's a little low. You make 6 gold.
Whoa. All right. It's a big jump.
Yeah. Listen, my understanding of currency in the real world is bad at best. So Zakar, you find your way to the Temple of Death, and also I misspoke. The door to the right of the wall that is reserved for Ashulu Mazdan himself, that is the death one. So I am sorry. Put that in the goofs section on IMDb. Put that in the unintentional bits section on IMDb.
Go to benfuckedup.com if you want to find more.
He been fucked up.
And it is open, the door of the Arm of Death.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go in.
Yeah, it is less lively than any other temple would be, even at night.
And I don't think that I'm gonna approach anyone. I think I'm just gonna sit at a bench and say my prayers again.
All right. A man sits down next to you. He is, from the looks of it, he is from the south, from either Mana or Agajum. You have a hard time placing which. Are you, Zakar?
Yes, I was. I was told to come here.
You were Zakar? And he
No,
smiles at you.
I am Zakar. I was told to come here.
I have, been given a message for you.
Okay.
There is a man in Gatleon. He leaves and re-enters often. He is, or he pretends to be, a follower of our faith. He was born in Gatleon. His name is Ezekai. He intends to open the gates to the Ryothi army when they arrive. He must be found dead. And he must be found in the open.
I'm just nodding while he's saying this.
I am also meant to give you a warning. You were recently given an assignment by one of our order. They told you to kill a member of a mercenary company called the Pack. You killed the captain. A drow of the Underdark. Sorry, that's not what it's called in this world. Fuck, I have to pay Wizards of the Coast money now. God damn. You killed a drow. A denizen of the below. He was not popular with his own kingdom, but he had an ally in one of the others. I'm told that he hunts you. And that, like Ezekai, he drifts in and out of Gatleon.
A drow hunts me?
Yes. Beware of men in masks who cover all their skin. It is a trick to walk beneath the sun. I believe that, based on the timing of your arrival, when you arrive in Gatleon, Ezekai will not be there. If you have business around Gatleon, I suggest that you take it up first. Once it has been completed, you return. He is more likely to be there. He will only open the gate when the Ryoth himself is outside the walls. So you must kill him before then.
Oh, of course. This is very important. Are you sure that there isn't someone better suited to this than me? Just a caravan worker.
There are 5 others currently assigned to this task.
Oh, good.
Should any of you fail, we will be hard-pressed. That is why we have made sure that there are many operating in the same way. But you are different from they. They are children of Shadow. You embrace it now, willingly. Good luck, Zakar of Nogom. He gets up and walks away.
Yeah, I'll finish my prayers, and then on my way out, I'm going to try to find some sort of orphanage or something that I can donate the tithes that I have, that I've been holding on to.
Yeah, you manage to find one, and you see there is Just outside of the door, there is a stone table with a bowl, like, made into the table that is specifically for donation.
Yeah. So I'll put in. It's a lot of gold. It's like 51 gold, but so I'll make sure that someone gets it. But yeah, and then I'll head back to wherever we're staying.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I don't know if I followed up on it, but did you all want to have any more conversations with each other? Because if so, I'll put you on a generic inn that I have.
Biff, I was thinking about making shirts that say "Beware the man who wears a mask and covers all his skin." Do you know how to screen print?
What is the screen printing? Yes, I do.
Jackson, do you know how to screen print? Never mind.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Ben, I'm waiting for this map for this conversation.
Yeah, I totally know how to screen print.
I believe them. Definitely, they know how to screen print.
Very good.
Oh wait, I can't roll a 1. Never mind. I'm a halfling. Take that.
Oh,
Yes, I'm a master screen printer.
quit wasting my time. All right, I go to bed.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
you all
Oh, these goons again?
you all go back to the same apartment building that they were in now.
I cast haste.
You all have rooms for the evening in a different place. But if there's nothing else that you all want to talk about, no worries.
But you guys do hear a lot of, see a lot of flashing lights out of the base of my door, and some noises, both, unpleasant in both ways, throughout the night, or before it gets too late. And that was just Jackson experimenting with spells.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else that you all do at nighttime?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Jackson, you drift into a deep, deep sleep. And at one point you feel as if you awake in the same room, but your bed is the back
Made
of a
of clocks.
and you
Yes.
are beneath a blanket of glass, and you hear tick, 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 tick from all directions. And once again, you find yourself in the realm of the being that has only addressed you as being.
Oh. Ah, here again.
Here again, Jackson Pars.
Is there, something you wish to talk about?
I grow curious, Jackson Pars.
That's the state I usually find myself in.
What is the purpose of the magics that you cast, Jackson Pars?
I mean, it's a means to an end, I suppose. I wish to make the world a better place.
Truly?
But yes, it is an unjust, terrifying world for most people, and I know I have the power that someday I can save it. One day I will draw out all of these gods and deities and bind them to my will and force them to share their powers with everyone, instead of just a select few.
And this would save your world.
Well, in a way, it would make it a better place, which would, in some ways, save it. In some ways, it would just make it paradise, as opposed to right now just being unbearable for most.
Is the world in which you exist being a better place worth the chance that it might not exist? Would that be sufficient, simply for your world to continue?
Well, I suspect I would like it to continue. There's still things to enjoy. Like I said, as long as things are made better, it would be a paradise. If it didn't exist, then paradise will never come.
Would you cede control of another for the creation of paradise, Jackson Pars?
Could you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
Do you wish for me to elaborate?
Yeah, that would be better for me, yes.
Should another, with more power, a greater master of the arcane, be granted the ability to shape paradise by their own choice, would you submit, or would you try to wrest control from them?
I think I would test them on both what they think paradise is, and if it aligned with it, then I would merely test their power. And if they prove themselves better, then I suppose I would. But I would more assume that we would join together if we had the same perspective. That's unlikely, I suppose, but on the off chance that they agree with me, then we could work together, much like myself and Allison.
It is unlikely, yes. I struggle to comprehend the whims of mortality. Would paradise be worth it if you had the knowledge that it one day, inevitably, it would end, give way to what you would understand as oblivion?
I think yes. In fact, I think I would encourage it. I wouldn't want it to be anytime soon, but I think oblivion eventually, paradise would grow born and no longer be paradise, and perhaps there is times for things to end. I would assume you who present yourself as time ever moving could understand the desire of the cease of it.
It is not a desire, but an inevitability, Jackson Pars. But
Are you saying sometime, at some point, the clock will unwind?
This clock, yes. Your reality will come to an end. But your answer is sufficient. I will hold reality as long as I can, as I have always done. But, Jackson Pars, there is a spanner in the works. Another wizard, one unlike you and like you, works to unmake this reality, to hasten us into the fifth world. All you have is time. All mortals have is what time you are given to live. You have built afterlives for yourself, but I have seen those wither away as well. It is in your best interest, I think, Jackson Pars, to find and stop Caladrius Catus, the holder of the world egg, that will beckon in the next world.
Caladrius, huh? And so you doubt that he would see eye to eye with me?
From what I have seen of your mind, Jackson Pars, you find paradise in a different direction on a path that starts at the same... I will rephrase. The two of you look at a road that has one destination, but you would take forking paths that very much change the journey. I do not wish this reality to end. I do not wish things like this, but I do know that it is better for realities to run their natural course. The third world was ended near its natural death, but still they could have. They could have had another night, another day, another week, another year.
Well,
If I pass the world egg from his hand to yours with this knowledge, at the very least, you are not as far in the process as he.
Well, I do not wish to. What did you call it? The fifth world? The fifth age?
The fifth world.
I don't wish for that. I wish to merely bring the deities to bear their power to everyone instead of select few, so I would not...
You would not
destroy
use the
or
world.
restart a world? No. Well, I may find other uses for it, other ways to tap its power without completing such a
Insufficient.
ritual.
Damaging the world egg would prove disastrous. The next
Well, I
world may die before
it.
this one ever does.
There
will
must
think
be
of-
ways to garner some of its strength, and I wouldn't harm it.
I will think on your answer to see if it proves insufficient. Then I may or may not reveal the location of the egg. Fare thee well, Jackson Pars.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to testing this Caladriel.
And you go back to having what passes for Jackson as a normal dream.
A few less babes than he's used to having in his dreams, but it's fine. Oh, it's a car, Biff.
Oh, we always share a bed.
Yeah, we're bed buds.
We're bed buds. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a tiny bed.
Precedent.
Yeah,
I'm a
this
tiny
is this
person.
is the problem of the D&D scale. Is like these beds look so small next to your tokens, but
Yeah, but they're still 10-foot long beds.
yeah, 5 foot wide, 10 foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, well, except for the chair that is apparently the width of
Yeah,
15 feet.
look, it's a wild system.
It's a swirling melee on the bed. So.
Okay, but you all have the next morning is yours.
Any chance I came out of that dream with some extra warlock strength?
Yeah, you do. I was gonna wait until it came
Yeah.
up naturally.
Forget about
You were
that.
just waiting for a bit to do it, Ed.
Give me the good stuff.
No. You learn one invocation. And what's the highest level spell slot that you have right now?
The high spell slot that I have right now, I believe is
Third?
5th.
5th? Okay. You can learn one warlock spell that is level 3 or below.
3 or below. Awesome. And that's on top of an invocation, or is it one or the other?
It is both.
Sick.
I'm gonna expend my 6th level spell slot to pour magic into my dragon vocal cords.
Okay.
I think that's the 3rd time.
3rd time.
Cool.
And we got a long rest out of that.
Yeah, long rest.
Cool.
So the 5 damage Jackson took in the golem fight before it was over is undone.
I was down 45 points. I guess I got hit in that
I was down
apartment fight.
a little
Oh
bit too.
yeah, okay. That's right. Sorry, the fight that was improvised. I did not.
Yeah.
I did not remember.
Just a quick question, Ben. Since I kind of have a pact of the tome with Bean, can I count as having that as a prerequisite, like the subclass, or am I not allowed to use that as a prereq for an invocation?
You can call that the.
Okay.
That meets the requirement. Sure.
Okay, cool.
A quick housekeeping thing, Ben. Could I have gotten like 30 rations for the party?
Yeah, and do you want to call that also getting your like spare water skins?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
How much would that have cost me?
That would have cost you about that cost you like 4 gold.
Deal.
You want to buy like 5 bottles of wine and 2 bottles of whiskey too. I'm down to only 2 generic booze.
Oh no. All right, yeah, you do that.
More expensive here, though.
That's true. Yeah, it is more expensive.
It's worth it.
You are basically paying double the price that you would pay in like a shot. So that's a total of 6 gold.
Cool.
Which I think is what you made last night.
I paid for my own booze.
Cool. So, do we just hit the road in the morning, or does anybody else want to do anything in town?
I'm good.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
And Ben, is there like is there an established road from here to Gatleon, or would we need to hire like guides?
There is a road. So you all are currently. Let me show you the map. So you are currently in the top of the Fishtail, which is the like extremely fertile lands created by the rivers that run through Zashan and Ursumere. So this part in the middle, that is the top of the Fishtail, and that's the part that's in Ursumere. That is where basically the Ursumere government is like extremely active, and then in the area around Istabara, which is one of the northern cities, there is that, and then they tentatively have it in the blasted. That's not the way names. In the wasted lands to the east, which are basically just crags where not a lot grows. But there is a little bit more of like noble rule there. Not as strong as it would be in basically any other country, but just a lot for Ursumere. And then the desert west of the Ephilet northern half of the river, that is controlled by the desert tribes, which there is a name that the Ursumere have for them, which is, they're called Shrikes. And there's a reason for that Zakar knows, and he can tell you. meaning I can tell you if you're curious, but if you're not, we can just move on and you all can hit the road.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that you were like quizzing me. Like,
No.
Because
I sent you old messages today to make sure that you knew a few things. That I would have done that with this if that was something that I thought would happen. No, so they are called shrikes because when Ursumer won its freedom from what is now the Zeshan Empire, but went by a different name, when Ursumer became its own nation, they allied with the various tribes of the desert, and basically the elected Saik, the war leader. Saik is the head of a Gom, which is a tribe, but they elected one of their Saiks to be the Saik of the war effort, essentially. His soul bond of the sky was a shrike, the bird, and then when he killed the son of the Shah in the final battle of the war, he did it by wrapping a cloth around the Shah's neck, and then basically he just grabbed it and snapped it back and forth, like swung him around his body, which appeared similar to how shrikes kill larger birds than themselves. And so the tribes do not consider themselves one unit or similar to each other, and so Ursumir from the Fertile Lands call them all shrikes.
And is this different than the Sedun, like raiders? Are they shrikes as well?
So
or?
the Sedun is the other name.
Okay,
Sedun
gotcha.
the desert is the Sedun Desert.
Gotcha.
So they are called by people outside of Ursumir. They're called the Sedun.
Gotcha.
In Ursumir, they're called the Shrikes. Sorry. I came up with the name Sedun before I came up with them being called Shrikes, and so I had to come up with other reasons for them to work.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I think that we should hit the road then. Is
Okay.
everyone ready?
Ready to go, boss.
Yeah.
And so you all start moving on. And so you notice that the grass is getting like longer and unkempt the further you get from Operon. You start to see like farms. Most of the farms seem to be clustered together in village structures, but you can see that each of the villages is centered around a building that you recognize as like a much smaller and usually less ornate and a little bit more unique form of the temples that you saw in Operon. But you don't have to stop in them. You'll probably will stop in one, but you can keep going. As you make your way, you've been traveling for a few hours. You can see a man and a woman. They are in fine Ursumir garb, nice robes, but you can see that the man has boots that it looks like the soles have completely worn off of. And you can see just behind him, every time he steps, he is bleeding from his feet. And he is carrying a boy who is about 5 years old.
A dire boy or a regular boy?
regular boy. And both the man and the woman have like 1,000-yard stares.
Have I noticed the boy is wounded?
The boy is not wounded. You can make a perception check to see anything else. Sorry, it's the man has bleeding soles, and you can see the woman has boots that look like they are near that point of wear.
Okay. Yeah, probably would cast healing word on both of them. I don't know if they need healing necessarily, but might pep them up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, what do you?
Think.
Are you all right?
Thank you, whichever of you did that. We are unharmed by any foe or element. I am simply sore from walking, but we must keep moving.
What,
Thank you.
where are you coming from?
Saika, which is the northernmost city, which you all know from the commander that you spoke to, the colonel, the other day, is basically under siege now.
Okay.
I'm glad you made it out from there.
We left a month ago. It is unwise to go north. You should not continue.
Well, we have business that way, and I can assure you we're capable enough. How long has it been since you've eaten?
This morning, we only eat when we rest. We do not rest often. But we have enough to get us to Operon, and enough coin to buy us food. At least halfway through Zashan.
I'll take some mistletoe and give them 10 good berries.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is your destination?
Akjum, in the south. That is going to be the only place I will leave. That will be safe from the trouble of war. The next
Do I know about how far that'll
5
be?
years. That is like a 4-month journey.
Oh, that's a ways. How far away was Operon?
Operon, this is like, it's like gonna get dark soon. Like it's like you all left at 8 in the morning. It is now 7 p.m. You should not go north. They are going to beat us. They are going to destroy the way that we live. And they are going to do it everywhere.
Hey! Listen, man. Don't worry about us, okay? You just worry about getting yourself to safety.
You have already done kindness to us. I wish that you do not throw your lives away.
We can handle ourselves, all right? Don't worry about us. Just see to you and yours, and we're gonna do what we can to keep this from happening to other people, okay?
The woman grabs your arm, Zakar, and she says, "The council is not going to surrender. No one in charge of the cities, the provinces, they are not going to surrender either. We are unlucky in our location. If they had seen the Ryothi storm through Hallandor, maybe they would see reason. But we have seen their king. An army cannot kill him."
Well, have faith, sister. We have something greater than an army on our side.
Friendship.
No, friendship. And the 5-armed god.
He was not with us when the Ryothi asked to enter. The little boy looks up and pipes up and says, "Because we lied." Quite. The man pats the boy on the head. Perhaps he's right, though. Thank you for your kindness. I will pray for you. And I.
And I you. I'm glad that you've made it this far south.
Can I, just by watching the father and mother, just get a general idea of, like, is there any hidden demeanor that they have? Is what they're saying? I guess.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Oh, didn't mean that to be disadvantage, but 9.
So you can tell that because it's writ pretty easily on their face that when the son said we lied, you can see that they are shamed by that.
Okay. I'd like to. I'm going to lean into my horse and just kind of speak to it for a moment in Celestial. And then I'm going to offer them to take the horse to Operon.
Truthfully?
Yes. He can't stay with you forever, but take him to Operon, get food, and then I'll give them 5 gold. And shoes.
All right. Thank you. And they get on, and you can see that it looks like the mother, she has ridden a horse before, so she knows how to take the reins. And the 3 of them gallop onward. Do 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 do.
Well, they bring up a good point. I would hate to bring you all to certain doom if it really is that bad. You can turn back. This is my burden.
Zakar, I've been searching for certain doom for about a decade now, so if you say that's where we're headed, I'm going to follow you into it.
And I no longer have a horse, so I cannot turn back.
I think they also underestimate us if they think that doom is a certainty where we go.
It's true, it did help kill a dragon. Sort of.
I'm sure no. Ryoth is worse than a dragon.
Certainly not.
Also, Benedict.
You feel a nearby bug tap a book titled Lore. Parentheses. First handout.
Have you guys seen this book? It's called Discord Lore Tab.
I love lore tabs.
It's a shame they stopped making that soda. I will report to the gulag. Sorry, I interrupted somebody.
Oh, yeah. In exactly 24 hours, I'm going to dismiss my horse. So if they are bad people and try to take it further than Operon, then they'll fall.
Oh, I think rules is written after they get 30 feet away, it disappears. But
I don't think, no, not a steed.
No, it says range 30 feet. Maybe that's just the finding it part.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter for this.
Yeah, because it says while the steed is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. So it must be able to get as far as it can away from you.
Yeah. So you all are permitted to continue. So I will just let you all know that basically there will be no trouble. You are leaving territory that might have had some bandit issue, so you're not going to run into any up here. But there are a few sites that you see in the distance. You can see what looks like the ruins of a castle made out of old sandstone. It looks like it was destroyed by some type of fire based on the burn marks. That's way off of your path, though. So whether or not you would be interested or not, that's up to you.
You said that's the only thing in sight for right now, other than our path.
So this is like on the journey. The journey itself is going to take you all about a week and a half.
Okay.
I could make a sandcastle later. It's okay. We don't need to do that.
I mean, I'd be interested in it. Maybe this is something we circle back to once we've delivered all of this.
What is our urgency rating on the things that we're going for now? Pretty high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, let's press on it.
Okay. And you do also know, just as a car, you know that if you didn't go northwest, which is how you've been traveling, you would pass the emir of the light bow, which is one of the leaders of the ferry, the knightly orders of the different arms. But you all are going northwest, so if you don't go that way, you don't go that way. And this is just me telling you what's available to you, so that I'm not keeping you all from playing D&D. I'm not saying go these places. In fact, I don't have maps for either of these places, if that incentivizes you at all.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Did Zakar share anything about his personal stuff?
You mean his assassination target?
No.
Okay. Got it.
So all we know is deliver orders and Jackson's mentor.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
and I guess, I mean, you would also know Zakar's intent to help out with the war effort more broadly when he gets there. So.
And you never shared a while back about your hit on the drow dude, right?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think you did.
I don't remember it.
Because it was during my watch, so everybody else was asleep.
Yeah, I remember you getting the orders. I just didn't know if you
Yeah.
shared it like during the fight, like we'd know we have to kill him or anything like that.
No, I don't think so. I think that we had a shared target there. So
Okay.
Yeah, I think we took care of that with a bag and some fire.
And a polymorph spell. Did you? So you have the assignment that you were given. Did you want to share the other thing that they said? I didn't know if that was what was included in the question that was just asked.
the other thing that they said.
You were given like an assignment and a warning.
Oh, about the masked man. No, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I share any of that.
Okay. All right, then. So do you all want to do any sightseeing, or do you just want to head on to your destination?
I say we head on to our destination.
Is there like a biggest ball of twine that we should see?
Well, none of you are actually
Any
dads, so no.
Diners, drive-ins, and/or dives.
I feel like I could use that for spell components, so I'm going to slowly start snipping away at this ball of twine.
The biggest ball of twine is just the Gordian knot. Okay, but you
I'll
all,
pull out a tree needle and slice through it.
which should have been disqualified. You're not the king of this city.
Yeah, tell it to Maniac McGee. He did the shit, you know. Sorry, that's a weird reference. Let's move on.
I like Jerry Spinelli.
To the big gulag with you.
Oh no! Well, at least now I've got a friend. That's the worst part about the bit gulag is the loneliness. Sorry, I need to grab something. So you all continue. So you have a few nights of resting. Does anybody have any pressing concerns that they want to bring up with anybody else while you have the opportunity?
Well, Jackson is going to be offering to keep watch at night because he has stopped sleeping. And he seems to be always tinkering with spell stuff and other things at night.
Goodbye
I don't
to
know
you.
if I don't know if I realize that or not. So
I will link why here in a second. I took that because I figure Bean is giving him more time to work with.
nice.
So what?
And,
You need your rest. You should go to sleep.
well, I'm fine. I have other means to recover as long as I just don't overdo it. I'll just plus most of the labor can be done by my friend here, and you just see like a bag of sand like float in the air and walk over as each night I do a ritual casting of my new spell I got from the warlock list, Unseen Servant.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Biff, does this seem like a Jackson thing or a magic thing to you?
Me?
Yeah, Biff.
Between my insight and my arcana, say it's more of a Jackson thing.
We need to figure out a way to make him go to sleep then. You should get him drunk or something.
Yeah, but
I can
mean,
punch him.
we're gonna be here for a few weeks, and
I'm wide awake every night. I can hear you talking.
I know, I'm worried about you. That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, there's no need to worry. I've transcended sleep
Jackson,
through my arcana.
go to sleep.
Wait, what should I roll as a defense against that, Ben?
I think you just decide how intimidating do you naturally find Qualid. Scale of 1 to 10.
That night, he lets Quali take a shift and he pretends to sleep during.
Are you going?
Yeah.
He puts his unseen servant under a blanket and
makes it raise and drop.
Yeah.
Actually,
Hey, I see your dancing lights under that blanket. Put those dancing lights out.
All three of them.
And they flick out real quick. Oh.
That yeah, I'm good then.
All right.
I believe it.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I should do this to see if he knows that I'm faking my sleep.
Go to sleep.
You yell at him all night long because he can't force himself to sleep now.
Okay. So you go to sleep. So in your travels, generally speaking, you do see another regiment of Zeshan military. Looks like it's mostly infantry this time, less cavalry. You also see Legion as well. The Legion marches under a standard that does not have the bull that you remember being told Tiberius's Legion had as a standard. You also see a very small attachment far in the distance that with some measuring you're able to recognize is actually about 2,000 soldiers from Unkol. Which is maybe a shock to you, Zakar, that they are here, knowing what they are doing back home. But maybe they're the Koshantrians from Unkol. From this distance, you can't tell. They don't have any religious symbols that you can see. But you all...
Yeah,
sorry?
I think that's what I would assume.
Yeah. Okay, then you all...
Do they have any elephants with them, Ben?
You do see one war elephant, yes.
It's a bad
He
idea.
gets a little excited when he sees that. But
As we kind of we're passing by them, we're going the opposite direction.
Yes. Or no, sorry, no. You are. They are going the same way as you, except they are going just straight north, and you are going northwest.
As we're going by, I'll like set up on Keith and try to play a morale boosting tune for them, and like keep casting minor illusion to highlight my performance with some like early 2000s Winamp visualizers to boost their self-esteem and morale.
That really kicks the llama's ass.
So you can definitely get the Hallandor troops and the Zeshan troops into it. The Unkol troops, if they hear you, they do not let on.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, they
Do what I can.
I think we should maybe keep our distance from them. Sessions are troublesome usually.
It's okay, Ben.
I don't recall a single time that I've ever caused trouble. Thank you very much.
Aren't you from Zeshan?
Yes, that's how I know so well.
Well, two of my best friends are from Zeshan, so I won't have you speak any ill of it.
Biff and this guy I know named Xerxes.
You know what? That was a good burn, but still a bit.
Right. I keep getting let off the train to that gulag, and I keep. All right. So you all continue, and about a week passes. That's how long, and you feel like you have one more sleep before you will arrive at the gates of Gatlion, and then you see a man walking towards you on the road with his hand up.
I will have been with every rest using my 6th level spell to infuse magic into my instrument.
Okay. You see him approaching, and you notice that you can only see... It looks like he has a sort of cap that has a small bit of, like, extremely tanned leather jutting out above his eyes, and then everything else about his face is covered in, like, there's, like, this cloth that's just covering him. Like he has this thick veil like mask over his features, and then he's wearing sort of a silk thrown over his head. You notice that he has long greaves that go into gauntlets, and he wears trousers tucked into his clothes. And he's approaching you all with his hand up. He has a long sword at his hip.
How far away? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, does everything seem like normal for a Zeshan soldier?
He does not look like a soldier of any military. He looks like bandit, sellsword.
Sorry.
Does he look uncomfortable with his gauntlets attached to his greaves? Seems like he had to be like bent over.
The like arm greaves.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Forearm greaves. The armor that's in every fantasy movie, but that was never really.
Yeah.
It's armor.
Yeah, the armor that looks really cool, and that's why it's always in stuff, and then people complain about it on Twitter.
How far away is he when we notice his mask?
He is about 40 feet from you.
Okay, so where he is about now.
Yeah.
I'm also going to dip behind Qualid and have my hood up.
I'm going to pull out my bow, and I'm not going to draw an arrow, but I will knock one, and I'll say, hold on there.
He puts up his other hand, like, oh, all right. Like, he puts them in front of him.
Traveler.
He points at his chest.
No, choose a different path, traveler, is what I said.
Yeah, then he points at his chest when you say traveler.
Yes, you.
Might I ask why? Am I not permitted to use this road, same as you?
Nope, road's closed.
Are we judging him just based on the way he looks?
I find that hard to believe.
Look, you never know who he knows.
I don't like anyone that covers up their face.
Well, I have a minotaur skull on my face, and you seem to be okay with that.
It's not covering your face, is it?
Like a quarter of it.
I don't trust you.
Why are you on this road?
Because I'm traveling. I was going to ask you if you knew the way to, what is it called? And he reaches into his pocket.
Hey!
Do you know the way to, Damascus?
Do you recognize that accent?
Yeah, it's Dasero.
It's directly that way, and I point all the way to the left of him. Just go 18 miles that way.
Oh, make a deception check.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Do you know, is there another road that goes this way?
I think you just follow the way the sun sets, and that's the fastest way there and the
What?
safest.
The sun sets
Just follow
that
the
way,
sun.
and then he points at his right.
I meant rise. You follow the sunrise.
Oh.
It's opposite day.
Oh, okay. I'm unfamiliar with local customs.
Yeah, it's an Ursamir thing.
Very well, then. Thank you.
I don't think this guy's after me. I think we're gonna be okay.
Is there?
Just to let you know, anything anyone tells you to do today, do the other thing. Just
Oh,
so you know.
so I should go that way, towards the desert, then. And he points.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm confused.
Well, sorry.
No, you shouldn't go
All right.
that way.
Is there a road anywhere that goes to Damascus?
Yes.
No.
Very well. Perhaps I could.
Also,
I could.
Why haven't you come to us yet?
Because you told me not to come
Guys,
here.
It's opposite day.
Because I'm gonna be honest. If he's willing to listen to us about this, then
Yeah, no.
I think he's not gonna. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
I
angry
don't-
or anything. I think we can just let him go.
I don't know.
Pass by.
I'm a little worried about this guy. I'm gonna move away from him as he approaches. Could you take off your mask?
Oh, I do not want to. The sun will burn my skin.
It's okay. It's almost nighttime.
Is it? Oh, so it is. Okay, but can I hold my hand above my eyes so that I do not?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we all agree here that opposite day is on hold?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I was not operating on the principles of opposite day.
I don't know. It's pretty sacrosanct to me.
Can I say this
Probably.
feels like a bit that I was tricked into.
So, yeah, this is the one religious thing we should probably indulge in.
All right, let me just take off my mask. And
Okay.
he reaches up and unfastens a clasp, and he pulls it down, and you see that he is just a extremely pale high elven man.
Good to meet you, sir.
Do I know him?
No. I mean, I guess you might have. He's a mercenary. Do you want to know him?
I just want to make sure that he's not like out to get me.
Don't get a lot of sun there, huh, bud?
Oh no, my mother, she would never let me go out if it was super hot in the daytime. No clouds above. I was not allowed outside.
I cast Zone of Truth under him.
Okay, I was allowed outside, but I don't know. I was told to stay in the shade.
Haven't you been
Wait,
able
he's
to
gotta
do
see if he can make the save. He does not make the save. Why are you doing this? Why am I under a spell?
I'm sorry. I just guess I'm a little nervous of you.
Yeah, Zakar, why are you just seems a little strange, man. Why are you harassing this guy?
Are you a drow?
No, I do not know what that means, my friend.
Yeah, why did you ask that question?
Like a dark elf from
Whoa,
Hello?
buddy. You're getting a little racist there, man. What's going on?
No, I'm not a drow.
Are you?
Are you after me?
No, I'm on my way to guide a employer to Mana
From Hamascus.
from Hamas.
Okay, well.
Damascus, yes.
Yeah, I think we're good to just let this guy go, guys. Like,
Yeah, I
he's
don't
not
know why
after me, so clearly is no problem.
we're not cops here. We don't have to harass everybody we see.
Are people after you? Perhaps.
No.
Well, I mean,
No, nobody's
everybody
after
wants
us.
a piece of me, but just in different ways.
Well, look. If people are after you, I do have friends. There are other mercenaries who work in Sumer, as I do. Well, as I do now. I've not been here very long. But I could perhaps give you their names, and when you arrive in Gatleon, you could speak to them, have them keep you safe.
I don't think that would be necessary.
Yeah, I think we can do a pretty good job keeping ourselves safe. But how about you do the same, bud?
Sorry, I didn't trust you.
Oh, it is all right, sir. I do not stay alive by trusting easily. That is why I believe I will follow the road that I was originally intending to.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Sure, and here's some gold for your trouble. I'll give them 5 gold.
I do.
What
Also,
is
I
your-
also do not stay alive by refusing gold when it is offered. Thank you.
No,
What's
sorry
your
again.
save, the car?
What's that?
What's your save?
For the Zone of Truth?
Yeah. Oh, 14. I see.
14, yeah.
Never mind. I lied to him.
Hey, Quali, what's your real life?
Hey, Carla's a little more paranoid than usual. Are you doing all right there, man?
Oh, yeah, I just,
You're usually pretty cool, pretty calm under pressure.
Yeah, like
Nice.
me.
Just the person that we encountered on the road, it seems.
I guess I'm just a little nervous with all this talk of war.
Why did you ask him if he was drow?
Uh,
Well, I mean, didn't you have enemies that were drow before? Or that?
Yes, but that hasn't been brought up in some time.
I had relations with the drow before.
I want to hear more about that, perhaps in writing.
You were there.
What? I remember everyone I've watched.
I step away from those two.
I
Look,
can't.
I just appreciate you sticking up for me and keeping me safe. There's a car. Don't listen to them.
Are we on some kind of protection detail that I'm not aware of, Jackson?
No, I mean, since you guys are my good friends, I just assumed that when you do those things, it's out of your likeness and love for me.
Yes, but you asked him if he was a mercenary looking for you. Both of you are acting very odd.
Yeah, you're
Look,
both
I'm just getting a
strange.
little. Look,
Biff,
it's been a long time
your
since
business
I
is
had my.
equal. You're doing great.
Thanks. Yeah, you too, man. You're above reproach.
Thank you.
It's just look. It's been a while since I left the guild in Zashan and had really bad relations with them, and I'm starting to wonder if if their bitterness has grown. And now we're walking into all of these Zeshan mercenaries and passing by Zeshan soldiers and stuff.
Well, we should probably be aware of these things. For like, I mean, we're traveling with you guys, so like, let us know
Right,
so we can look out for things that you're looking out for too. We're not
Also,
caught off guard.
you don't
Well,
have to
just
worry
if
about the
anybody that
soldiers.
looks menacing from possession, just give them an ocular pat down.
And Jackson, you also don't have to worry about the soldiers. They're not working. They're on call. Thank you.
Ah! And with that, let's take a 10-minute break. Or no, sorry, a 5-minute break. A 5-minute
break.
That's 5 minutes to the gulag to each of us.
7:46. I know you all have not made it easy for me. You have... All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sunken World Saga. We are taking back off with our heroes as they make their way towards Gatlion, Sakar's home city. My microphone was muted. Hey everybody, we're back! We're just gonna jump back into it. So you all are traveling towards Gatlion. Is there anything that you would like to do, or would you like me to just show you the art for Gatlion?
Doing the art.
I wanted to just finish that conversation real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I would say, well, I guess that you all deserve to know. The church let me know that there was a drow that's hunting me and maybe all of us. The captain that we killed knew someone who is looking for revenge. And they said that they would be wearing a mask. That we should, no offense, Khalid, but beware men in masks.
Yeah.
I thought that I could just protect us on my own, I suppose. No, I'm sorry.
In the future, if someone could be hunting all of us, I would personally like to know, just so I can be, on guard too.
Yeah, it's just I've brought you guys to such a dangerous place. I thought I could just take care of it on my own. I'm sorry.
No worries, friend. Let us protect you as you protect us.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us has to do anything alone here.
Except Jackson. Some of the things he does, he has to go on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't think I have to do it alone.
I'm setting that rule. You must.
But you're always invited to my chambers.
And I leave. Where was the Marcus? I'm just kidding.
Okay, so you all continue, and about midday the next day, you come into sight of it. Not even midday. It's like 11 in the morning, and you can see. Well, at first it's difficult for you to see because all of a sudden there's something that is like hurting your eyes, and Zakar, you're prepared for this, so you sort of have put your hand up, I think, and your companions don't really have time to notice that you're doing it, and you don't have time to remember that they're not going to be prepared for the white walls of Gatlion. A city made out of marble and shit. I don't have it in my notes.
Marble shit.
No.
Wow.
Shit.
What a contrast. Really juxtaposing.
It is made out of... I have it in another thing. It is made out of pegmatite and marble. And so to look upon it, you see basically just the sun hitting it and then striking you in the face. Gatlion has the lowest walls of any city in Ursumer. Its natural defense is the sun. But it is beautiful. It does match sort of the description that maybe you all have in your mind from how fondly Zakar has spoken of it. You can see that the temples here are taller than the ones in Operon, and you can actually see vaulted bridges that connect them and some buildings that just seem to be very tall in the city between each other in these sort of sky walkways where, as your eyes adjust, you can actually see tiny figures darting across them.
That's rad, Ben. That's a really cool detail.
I have to admit, Zakar, this is even more impressive than I imagined, and I have a good imagination.
That's the best place on Earth. Or on Volhun. But
Unloaded.
that's not the name of the planet either, is it? What?
Loaded.
It's okay. Earth is a planet. It's where I found Quali's god. That one was a joke.
What if Quality's God was one of us?
Just a
Just a
stranger
stranger
on
on a bus.
a caravan.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna eat some drugs before we go in the city. This seems like a good city to be on drugs.
Oh yeah. Ben, like, I guess I made the decision that Zakar is okay with doing drugs. Is it like,
It's
is
not,
that a
it's not taboo at all.
okay? Yeah.
It is literally the only thing that you are not meant to engage in, basically. I mean, like, you're not supposed to be cruel. You're not supposed to be
Right,
evil.
sure.
But
Yeah.
the only sort of, I guess, vice that you're meant to stay away from is drinking.
Is drinking,
Because in Koshantri, the priest who spoke with Ashula Mazdan, he was kept drunk in his captivity after he had heard Ashula Mazdan's voice so that he could never hear it again. So that's why you're supposed to stay away from it.
Cool.
Actually,
Yeah,
I think
well, there's great stuff inside the city.
yeah, I think I only have like some weed. They're the weed equivalent right now. I think we did the mushrooms.
Oh, you got
I
marijuana.
have a few here.
Is it straight up marijuana or is it like fey weed?
No, it's marijuana.
Okay.
This is
yeah.
medievalist fantasy. They had hemp.
I still have.
It's OG Kush.
I have two psychedelic mushrooms
worst-
still.
the
If you would
worst
like
weed.
one,
2?
yeah. If you would like to have one, then I could have the other.
Sure.
You can't do bits in the chat.
I can do
Ben.
bits in the chat. I'm allowed to do bits in the chat.
I thought we were calling it Philbin now.
Oh yeah, it's that Philbin. Taking a couple of Kelly Ripas.
That's my brother, me big. It's still that one.
I didn't know that. I haven't listened to them in a long time. All right, but you all are approaching Gatleon. And you come towards the gates, and you can see there is a guard on either side that is standing, and you can actually see like the tops of some heads like leaning on the battlements. It's not really like battlements; it's just there's like a waist-high raised barrier around the top of the walls. Yeah, but you can see these guards. There are no guards outside taking papers or money or anything like that.
I make sure my jizya is presented. It's just, shown, visible.
Yeah, I'm gonna make mine the jizziest.
All right.
Zakar, you want to take the lead?
Yeah. Hello. We're looking for entrance into the city.
Okay. State your name.
I'm Zakar,
And do you keep the faith, Zakar?
of course. 5 blessings to both of you.
Aye, 5 blessings to you. Your friends, may we have their
Yep.
names?
My name is Khalid Al-Aznar.
You see there is like this blue light next to this guard, like shining up from where you imagine his hand is beneath this barrier.
Hmm.
Very well. Next.
I'm Huck Buckley. Fuck. Oh, wait. Sorry.
You can't roll one.
Yeah, roll one.
All right.
Yeah!
26.
Did you give that name to the guy who took your name at the Jinjia station?
No. I
Okay.
didn't.
I thought you did.
Roll a D100 for me then, Biff. Anything above an 85 will mean that there is someone named Huck Buckley.
5.
All right, there is no flash of light. Next.
I'm Jackson Pars.
you see the same flash of light. The ones named Qualid and Jackson, they can enter.
Thank you.
Just give them your name.
Miss,
Fine.
Miss,
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was me. The name I gave it was Biff Hair Needle Tree Needle. It was a weird one, but
very well. You see the light. You may enter as well.
Thank you.
don't like him having my info, you know.
That one darts back and shouts something, and then there is this. Hold on, just 1 second. This is a gate. This is a gate. This is a gate.
I jump it.
Looks like swinging doors. I think I can swing them in.
There is this crunch sound, and you hear a weight thud, and then crunk, 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 and these. All right, they're gonna kill you. You see these gates open, and once you all have stepped into this area, these gates close, and they're like halfway closed, and then these gates start to open.
Is there like a whoosh of like air to get all the bad stuff off of us?
There's not. No.
It's like E.T.
And you all pass through, and you see a guard standing, his arm on a lever when you walk through, and he kind of gives you all a smile and a cool jock nod, and then he crunch throws the lever again, and the door closes behind you. The gate closes behind you.
So,
can I help you, Zakar?
Yes, I am delivering a message to what was the rank that Tiberius had again, Ben?
He is a legate.
Legionnaire? A legate, yeah. To Legate Tiberius. He's a member of the army from Helendor that's stationed here, and
yeah, all of the legionnaires are stationed in the same place. They're in the Pomegranate District.
Oh, great.
Pomegranates.
Jackson, did you have any idea where Allison may be? Or any questions you'd like to ask our friend? What was your name?
My name?
Yeah, yours.
He's Mastifi.
Yes, did anyone that passed through here announce themselves as Allison Starr?
Yes, an ostentatious woman outside of the gates.
That's the one.
Said, and he shouts, "Hey!" And you see this guy's head poke over. "What?" And he goes, "What was the Zeshan alchemist? How many names did she say when she came to the gate?" She said one name, Allison Starr, and then she gave herself like 9 titles.
Well, it used to be H. She's definitely been adventuring.
Did that sound? Does it sound like her?
Yes, that's definitely her. Is there any way to know where she might have gone in the city, or whether she's still here?
Watch out in the city.
We asked her business because she had a number of bags that seemed to be leaking, and she said that she meant to hire a shrike to guide her through the desert.
Hmm.
She said she
And
was
where
going
does one go to hire those?
to the western edge of the city, by the Lime Gate.
Near the Lime Gate. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you figuring that out for me. And then I'll motorcycle off.
I appreciate you.
God, he cast dirt bike. These warlocks are crazy.
I told you this was an amazing city. Look at this.
It really is.
There's just like lines of mopeds like swirling everywhere.
Lands of crazy mopeds rolling in my head.
All right.
Now,
Thank you
bring
again.
ourselves for fifth.
Thank you.
Sorry, just inspiring songs for me to play later on.
Oh, wait, before I leave, were there any questions I should ask you about yourself that will make Ben happy?
No, there's another NPC nearby who's going to answer some of the world questions
Okay, great.
that you might want to answer. Goodbye.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Hey, have a good one.
You too.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Hey, I'll see you.
Don't worry. I'm sure Team A will wander by someday and they'll get involved in your life.
I don't know what that means, but thanks for the confidence. I cease to exist when you walk past. Bye.
Love you.
I love
To
you
be
too.
fair, I think that's actually what Jackson Parr imagines of most people in the world.
No object permanence.
Okay, but you all start making your way towards the Pomegranate District, which, Zakar, you know where it is. Basically, what Gatleon essentially served as at its earliest stages, it was just a market where basically Ursumirs would sell to the Sidun people, and it's where they eventually came to the agreement that they would get rid of the Zeshan influence and make a independent nation because of the connection that was set up. And the main thing that was sold was fruit. And so each of the families that basically started that market, when they were planning the city, they gave names of the different spaces in the city after the fruits that were sold, as a way of honoring the memory of the fact that this was a mercantile city that led to Ashur Mazdan having a nation of his own children. And as you all weave your way through, following Zakar, you do see there are people who look very willing to sell you all things. Sometimes interesting things, like Khalid, you are accosted by a little boy who has this bunch of strings in his hand, and you see that there are wooden ducks with wheels on them that are there's one big one, and then there's a bunch of smaller ones that are connected by the string, and he's
I have
them
no
on.
need for ducks, boy.
Come on, you want a duck, right? Hey, mister, you love a duck.
I do not need ducks, boy.
All right, and he looks at Biff and he goes, would you like a duck?
No, I'm all good on ducks. Thank you.
You could play with your horse, your mount, sir, madam, individual.
A
Yeah,
woke-ass child.
I appreciate the respect, but no, and just feed him and hang out with him. He seems to be pretty happy with that. No ducks for me, thank you.
Okay.
Fine, I'll buy 2 ducks.
Okay, thank you. That will be 1 gold each, please.
You give him 2 gold.
When Khalid takes out the 2 gold, he smiles, and then he looks at you, Zakar, and he gives you a look of can you believe that? And then he just darts off.
Yeah. I'll give him a big grin back. And is there a...
What are you all smiling about?
Oh, it's good to be home. Is there a big, or is there a fruit vendor or something like that nearby then?
Yes. You all see that you are coming towards one of several markets. And this market is primarily there are a few lounges that are strictly no alcohol in town that are modeled after some of the Partridge lounges. And in them, what's basically the thing that everybody comes to do is you can do your drugs there if you would like, but primarily they're kind of like restaurants. You go there and there's actually a variety. It's not just what the the chef is cooking. You have like 3 or 4 things based on what the owners were able to buy at market. And so it's mostly people buying things in bulk, but you see there are like fruit stalls and meat stalls.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a fruit stall that looks like the owner isn't very attentive, and I'm gonna want to steal a fruit from it. But I also want to put a gold into the pocket of the person who I stole the fruit from.
Okay. Can you make either 1 stealth and 1 sleight of hand, or 2 sleight of hand checks?
Yes. 19, natural 20. 25.
All right. So you manage to swipe. You swipe a. In fact, it is a peach. And you manage to slide a gold piece into the owner's pocket. The owner is currently turned around. I don't need any ducks, boy. I do not need a duck.
Do you dare eat a peach, Zakar? J. Alfred Zakar?
It's pretty amazing. This place in the middle of the desert has so many ducks about it.
But I'll toss the peach to the boy that is selling the ducks.
He like looks at you and he's like, his face, like he smiles again, but then he's like, his face just kind of says, "What?" And then he just runs away.
Yeah, nice. It's good to be home. Are you all hungry? Do you want to stop? And the food here is amazing.
A little thirsty.
Well, you brought your own, right?
It does not last this week and a half of traveling.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure that you could find something at a partridge bar or something of the sort. There's mostly lounges in this part of town. And any sort of other drugs. Do you do those mushrooms that Jackson gave you?
Yeah, I ate that. It seems to be kicking in a little bit. My tolerance is maybe a little high, but
Have you been eating citrus? It's good for you.
no, I have not. I've been drinking wine. Is that a citrus?
No.
Oh, then no.
Do you want to play with one of my ducks?
No, thank you.
Mm.
That seems to be a private.
This one's name is Charlie, and this one is Adam Banks.
That one sounds like a cake eater, but
I'm a little upset that you didn't name one the best one.
Fulton Reed?
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Oh, you're talking about Mighty Ducks. Okay.
Hey, boy, I need 6 more ducks.
All right.
I'm going to buy them all.
Fly me.
We could do a triple deke.
Make one do the knuckle puck, please.
It's knuckle puck time.
Keenan, do the knuckle puck, please.
Too many bets. All right. So you all...
Batch Brothers.
The coolest characters in all of children's media. You all have the way forward if you would like to stop anywhere, or if you would like to continue on your current course.
Well, if you don't want to stop for some food, we could always eat later. The Pomegranate District's just this way.
Yeah, let's get this notice to him, and we'll.
Oh.
So we can move on.
We could stay a little while. We'll decide after we
work
I just
first.
mean there's so much to do here in the city. It'd be best to get this out of the way.
Work first and party
True.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mullet of plans. I'm sorry, I did not agree to no bits.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. So you all come to the Pomegranate District itself, which is primarily serves as a artisan district, but it is also served before as basically a wartime, like where the soldiers stay. Usually it barracks soldiers and adherents to the arm of war. But you can see that it looks like at the moment there is one barrack building, and all of the barrack buildings look to be built pretty much the same. One of them is housing Shuhanese soldiers. Then there are two that have one regiment in them, and then there is one that seems to be housing a single legion, and you can see that each of them have some type of standard around the building, and you can see that there is a bull above the numeral, basically the Roman numeral. I'm not going to put on airs here. The Roman numeral for 9, and it has a bull's head above it, and that is, to your recollection, Tiberius's standard.
Yeah, I'll lead the way towards that. And, I think I'm just walking with purpose through the camp, but I'm not. I'll stop if anybody stops me.
Yeah. So there is a guard at the door to the actual barrack building. You don't see Tiberius outside.
Sure. Okay.
You just see kind of like, looks like mostly rank and file soldiers, and they're kind of milling about outside. But then at the door there is a centurion who has the same armor as Tiberius had last time you actually saw him.
Cool.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Zakar, and I have a message for the legate.
I'll lift up my messenger bag and show it and just present it.
Yeah.
Fine. May I check you for weapons?
Oh, I have many.
Yeah, we have a lot of weapons.
I bring out the giant magic falchion.
It might be faster to check us for the weapons we don't have, actually.
Einer. Legatus. And you see two of the soldiers who were just kind of like milling stand up. Alright. And they come up behind you, and one of them draws his short sword. And he goes, No, you twit. Keep it sheathed. These two are going to escort you inside. If anything should happen, one of them is going to try to kill you, and the other is going to call out for help. Do not try anything. The Legatus is... he is formidable.
Oh, we're well aware. Also, thank you for letting us know your plan of action so that we can come up with a counter plan.
No, not that we're going to do anything. It's just how he is.
He likes planning.
Which of these?
I kind of said that in mock. I think maybe you should give us details of how your defenses work.
Which of these waiters is going to call for help again?
You turn around and you can see that one of them is this massive half-orc who has blonde hair. And it's like long blonde hair that's sort of in a ponytail, sticking out from beneath his Legionnaire's helmet. And the other one, whose name is Legatus, even though he is just a Legionnaire, he is like this spindly little, like barely an adult man. Who's just like...
I look to the half-orc and say, well, you're not getting out of this without escorting me personally, honey. And I take his arm to...
Someone found a blonde bombshell.
A giant blonde bombshell.
This is not what my orders are.
Well, They seem a little flexible, don't they? It's not what your orders aren't.
Make a deception check instead of persuasion.
Well,
Oh,
You can't
why do you
roll.
keep rolling
never
one?
mind. 28.
Very well. I am seeing your points. And,
Okay, so I'll link arms with him, but since he's so much taller than me, I'm not even walking on the ground. I'm just supporting myself from our linked arms.
Okay. And you all enter the barrack. So you can see you pass through a few places that seem to be basically identical rooms to each other, and they all just seem huge, and they're filled with like bunk beds, and you can see that there are a few amenities, like a few places to leave weapons and to improve the weapons that you have. But otherwise, it seems like it is basically just this is where you're resting, this is where you're eating, and they finally escort you, Einar and Legatus, to the room with the Legatus. Please be quiet when you are walking through. The Legatus is working, but most are sleeping. Those who have watch at night. Alright, Jackson starts to skulk forward.
Not bad. Whoa.
Yeah, Biff, you can't even see him. You can't even see them behind the half-orc 4R.
Hell yeah, Biff Cena.
But
He's attached to the back like Spider-Man on a wall.
you can see Tiberius working diligently at a desk. The halfling looks a little bit older, maybe just from stress. Still a young man, but he has his black hair is a little bit longer now. It's less in fashion for Hallandor, and he has the scratchings of like sideburns, just from not shaving. It looks like.
Yeah, I'll approach quietly and say, Tiberius, or Legate Tiberius, I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, yes. Greetings. Hello, at ease. You were the giant killers, yes?
I think you were the giant killer, but we were there.
I mean, I poisoned that thing quite a bit.
That's true. Jackson and you are the giant killers.
Indeed. I don't know if you are felt properly thanked, but I hope that you are not here seeking a reward. I barely have enough coin to pay my men's wages.
Not all rewards have to be paid in coin. Don't wink.
Hey, you got the blonde. Let me have the brunette.
Hey, that's a gross way to think about this, Jackson. No, thank you.
No, you're just wanting to exchange goods and services.
What,
Yeah.
what
Anyways,
can I help you with?
yeah, Khalid has a message that we have brought you from Zashan.
Oh,
Yes, I'm an official messenger.
oh, congratulations. Yes,
Thank you.
I would be happy to see it.
I will take the orders out and present them.
All right. And he breaks the seal, rolls them out, starts looking at them. Thank you for bringing me this. This will be good for me to know.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I do need you to sign here.
Very well. And he writes his signature down on a scrap of paper that I assume that you held up to him.
Yeah, I'm making a scrapbook of signatures now.
All right. Thank you. It's good of you all to be involved in the war effort. We need all the help that we can get from civilian, talented civilians like yourself.
Yeah, of course. Is there
Yes, sir.
anything that we should know about those orders? Do you want me to pass it on to the church or anything?
It is a order from High Command, a leader of our alliance. Should be.
What are they asking you to do?
It is not exactly classified, but you'll have to forgive me. I'm not meant to speak too openly
Oh,
about it. So.
Even me? And I butterfly my eyelashes.
Yes, even you. It is our marching orders. We are going to be on the move.
Is that good or bad for you?
I prefer it to
Keith.
sitting still. The
Keith.
story that I've heard from the north is troubling. I'm happy to move forward and make sure that we actually engage them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that from you. A man that climbs a giant and helps slay it is probably a person of action.
Keith.
Biff, get Keith to be quiet.
Keith, shut up.
But this city's overrun with these fox as well.
I prefer to fight on the field. Yes, I am happy that this order has come in. I believe that I was close to being called back to Hallandor, which would have been good. My place is.
Why not? Just
I-
nothing to do there.
I would prefer nothing to do than what I believe my orders would be in Hallandar. The war with Dasaro has not been called a truce, and that means that we will be invading a place as we defend another. I would rather have my skills be focused on keeping people alive. But I believe all soldiers think this. Except for perhaps those coming from the north.
Keith.
And even they might see it that way, long term.
Shh. Come here.
Oh, Ursumer is glad to have you as an ally.
And I'm glad to have Ursumer. I have fought alongside the soldiers of the five-armed god before, and they do not run. They do not break. But
And-
thank you for this. Truly.
Of course.
I,
What is the news to the north? Have they broken the city yet?
No, they move their lines forward, but I believe they mean to make siege. What they have done is, and he kind of looks down, and you can see that he is like extremely tired. He has not slept more than a few hours every few days, it seems. They are so many. They have more than enough to keep the siege, and the rest of their army just surges past the city, and they've laid claim to a number of towns too small to give up, to give them any sort of fight. And they've cleared them. They've halted any aid that they might have given to the cities, sending them south, those that surrender. Gatlion itself has welcomed many of these villages into its walls. Rakfara even more. And I do not think that the morale of those in the city is going to hold. I think that they will surrender before any real fighting is done. Enough of them died when the Ryoth entered the city.
I'm sorry, which city was that again?
That is, let me look at my map here. It's me, Tiberius. A little Italian accented halfling. Syca. I think that this is going to be the same if they come here. The Ryoth will offer parley. He will enter. He will begin to speak. And someone, a foolish boy, a soldier who is ready to earn a name, will attack him. A mob will follow.
Dear boy.
And what do you? Sorry. Do you think that their god, the light, is that what it is again?
The family
Do you
of
think-
light.
Right, the family of light. Do you think that it supports this young leader?
He claims to be their god, doesn't he?
No, I don't think so. He speaks to them directly. All four members of this family of light.
Well, do you think that he actually speaks to them, or do you think that he is lying and manipulating the people?
Don't most priests speak to the gods in some way?
No, I don't think so, really.
Oh, they do.
I believe that is the intention, that those who are in a high enough office in the church get direct messages from their god. In
I guess I'm just-
Alador, it is at least believed. And I do not know. His people have faith in him, and he looks at you, Zakar, as if he were a god. And supposedly he fights like one. When he offered them terms of parley, he told them he would enter naked, but a pair of light clothes around his waist and thighs.
Oh,
And-
shoot. Lost me.
The Drake,
Well, now he didn't say his butt.
the Drake helm, not on his head but in his hand, and in his other hand only a dagger to defend himself. And when they attacked him in the north, he killed 50 soldiers that fell upon him with only a dagger. And then he put the helm on and said, "The light forgives." And in a flash of light he was gone. And they saw him appear next to his horse outside of the city. And he rode away.
So it does seem like the family of light is on his side with his actions and such. That's good to know.
Yes, but I could also kind of achieve the same effect here with just a few simple spells. So how do we know that these tales are to be believed?
Well, a warrior like that wouldn't know the kinds of magic that you do. Most likely they're gifted to him by his deities.
Yeah, see, that's where you lose
Kind
me.
of like Khalid over there.
Yeah, but is it I think Khalid's power really comes from him believing in himself.
Well, I am one with my God, so yes.
Yes, exactly.
See?
That's what I mean. No, we're all in agreement.
Right. I'm sorry. This is just personal notes I've been taking. I didn't mean to cause a disagreement.
Right, of course. But the Ryoth, he entered and spoke of peace and forgiveness to the city. I worry that, having already seen that it is hopeless to fight him himself, the city might open its gates to him before the rest of us can offer support, try to break the siege. They mobilized much quicker than any of our spies said that they would.
Sure, but one person versus 50 is one thing, but one person versus an entire city is quite another. Surely a city wouldn't surrender just because of one soldier.
He was without his armor, without his hammer. I will not run if I see him on the battlefield, but I will make my peace with my gods. And his army they are they're all trained like him, just not as hard, I don't believe. Each of his Bogadir, the knight generals in his employ, they are... I like to believe that I could kill them. But... And he shrugs. Who's to say?
Tiberius, you've slain a giant. Think that these are just mere mortals. We could, together at least, beat them in battle.
I believe this. I believe that under the command of our taxis, we will be victorious. But it is difficult to be a legate, to be legatus. Suddenly I realize how much more complicated war is than battles. There are problems with where we get water, where we get food, how quickly we can relay messages. The desert creates a problem there. We are meant to answer directly to the Emperor and the Minister of War, but
An
messages...
overall cost of life, of course.
I've been acquainted with that since I was a boy. I simply mean that being in my new position makes me realize that we could lose the war in other ways.
Has there been any effort to reach out to the Shrieks?
I have not
They would be
spoken
great
to them.
allies.
They would be. But, no. I spoke with Commander Gilthorn, and she told us that the Shrikes asked for something that the Council of Ursumer is not willing to give them. So, I do not believe that they will be... I believe that if the Ryoth tried to march his armies through their desert, he would find it quite difficult to get through without thousands of arrows and knives and spears riddling his throat. But we will win if supplies hold and enough of us come. We will win. They are one land, and they've only been training for 50 years. Our armies have existed for hundreds.
And you've got us now.
Indeed, we have 4 giant slayers. I'm more confident already.
5.
I am the commander of many who swatted at the giant. But and he reaches into one of the drawers.
But many giant slayers, how could they even think to stand a chance?
You were right. And he reaches into the drawer and he pulls out a big ass pouch. And he drops it.
BAP.
And he drops it, and you hear like chunk, 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 chunk. It sounds like there's like 5 things inside.
It's Ben's metal dice.
I hope they all rolled a natural 20 in there.
This is payment for the delivery. You won't be able to spend it here, but if you are ever in Hallandor, it will be worth quite a price.
Oh, thank you.
I hear they have really good food than the street vendors in Hallandor.
Puppet shows to die for.
Oh my god, how many puppet shows can we get with that?
I don't think anyone here would know. I don't think we've actually attended the puppet shows that were offered. So,
Well, you all weren't offered them.
Well, I've been to a handful of X-rated puppet shows, and they're pretty good.
Jesus.
A little expensive, though.
Thank you. I will. We will be on the move soon, and no sooner than you could have gotten this letter to us. Thank you.
Well, you've given us much to think about, Tiberius.
Oh, I do have one other question you might be able to help us with.
Sure.
This 2 to a bunk situation over here.
Oh, they are.
Like, can we get in on that? How does that work?
They are married. You are only allowed to share a bed if you are married in the Legion.
the sacred band.
Oh, so you do understand that some things are sacred.
Me?
You did not strike me as a
Yeah, but you
monogamous.
just called it sacred.
I was using the anecdotal sacred band nomenclature that this army surely operates on. Not my own words. I'm quoting.
I get it.
I'm quoting.
You're just referencing a term that already exists. Understood.
Yeah.
Sakar, let's just leave them here.
I don't know if
Is
we
there
can do that.
anything that we can help you with, Tiberius, before we leave
you-
or as we leave?
If you'd like to be 2 to a bunk, we could maybe
I
make that work out.
have someone for me back home. No, I do not need anything. Thank you. I am not in the habit of outsourcing our work. The Legion takes care of what we need done. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle your
Somebody
thoughts,
should.
Keith,
Go outside, Keith. Go outside.
by knocking something onto my desk. I apologize.
He's,
Sorry, he's a little
these
jumpy.
foxes did not get the.
Been traveling for a bit. He's a little tired, a little jumpy. I'm sorry about that.
Did Keith be a fox? I think I heard there was a second fox.
It's a dire fox thing. It sounds like they can make themselves sound like multiple foxes.
Oh,
That's
great!
astounding.
The blonde bombshell's gonna try and kill us now because we woke up the people and like we weren't supposed to.
All right, well, we should just kill them all now.
That's what I imagine Qualit is privately thinking every time he walks into a room of NPCs.
Who do I need to cast polymorph on?
Okay, but you all have finished speaking with Tiberius. He
Oh,
raises
sorry.
his hand and bids you farewell.
All right, that was our big quest. I think that's the end of the campaign, guys.
All right, good job. Good job.
Yep.
Good game. Let's all line up.
Level
Yeah.
20.
UPS, we did it.
Unfortunately, you all cannot. You're level 20, but unfortunately, you can't go and fight any of the antagonists.
See you guys later. Good job.
I'll just fight these guys. I
Nice
guess.
to meet
Okay. You all have made your way there. What would you like to do next?
Since we don't technically have any like direct goal right now, I think I would like to go to the what was it, the Lime Gate?
The Lime Gate, correct.
I would like to go there and see if I can learn anything about Allison Starr.
Okay. As you all are making your way back through the market, someone approaches you. It's a older woman. She has her head covered. She does not have a mask on, but she walks up to you, and you can see that she is blind. And she reaches out for you, Biff. Excuse me, would you like your fortune read?
Sure. Yeah. What's it cost?
The cost is whatever you think is fair to pay.
Okay, so it's like a before or after situation, and get judged after the reading.
Yeah, before or after, just as long as you pay.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what's up.
Very well. Please hold out your palm for me.
Okay. I extend my hand.
Look into my eyes.
Hmm. Okay.
Place your palms inside of mine.
Okay. I do so.
Okay, so you've made an insight check. Zakar, can you make a perception check?
I'm just trying to see if what she's doing has any, like... Sure. Maybe I should make an arcane one instead, but I just want to see if anything she's doing is actually gonna result in real magic.
But I'm skeptical going into it. I just feel like this is her way of trying to get some money, so I'm indulging her.
So what you can tell from your insight check is that this is more like a street parlor trick type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson, and what you can see, Zakar, is there are a number of young men creeping up towards you all, intently at Biff, and she takes your hands and she places them on either side of your head, Biff, and then she makes you like look up into her eyes.
Okay.
Tell your friends to assist you by placing a hand on your back. I'm
gonna like walk towards the people who are approaching.
And you see them kind of like veer off.
Wait, do you need their assistance to do this? Sorry, I thought this was a...
Well, she's certainly not doing anything actually powerful.
A one and done kind of deal.
And I put my hand on his back.
Listen, I just thought you were trying to get some money. I don't believe in any of this shit. So here's a gold piece. I thought that's what you wanted. My future is, I'm sure liquid, as all of our futures are. So have fun.
Is that because the ocean levels are rising? Is that why the future is liquid?
Yes.
Very, very well. You will not have the future laid out before you.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case either way, though. So
you are a vile creature, untrusting and a non-believer.
Yes, I am.
And she takes the gold and she hurries off. Zakar, you immediately headed off the youths who were coming towards you.
Street youths.
Oh no, youths.
Street youths.
And they just scurry on away. And you all are coming close to the Lime Gate because I've finished the map now. Close to it because I still need to make sure that it's the right size, and then we can do it.
While we're walking, I'll say, I used to do, stuff like that back when I was a little bit younger. Not as aggressive as that, but the kid that was selling ducks, or I might steal a fruit or two.
Wait, what do you mean about the kid who was selling ducks?
Oh, well, you guys know those ducks aren't worth as much as you paid, right?
What?
Yeah, they just saw that you were wearing big shiny metal stuff, and they knew you could probably afford duck at a more higher price.
Yeah, man, you kind of get fleeced.
I mean, they're great ducks, but
What?
I mean, they're not the best ducks. They definitely aren't going to make it to the Pee Wee Olympics.
You mean the Goodwill Games?
Yeah.
Well, they're certainly not going to make it unless they get a figure skater, another goalie,
and an LA native.
a mean guy, a cowboy, a fast skater, and
Can't stop
a goalie who's a girl.
She's a druid who can turn into a cat.
Nice. She was in Wet Hot American Summer. No, that's the other girl character. Sorry.
It's true. What if the villains at the end of this campaign are the Icelandic hockey team?
Yeah, Gunnar Haas.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wait,
their
does
hair.
this mean that our mentor Hans has to die before we can be motivated to win?
His brother
That's
can
the
step
third
in.
one.
His brother will step in later.
Oh yeah,
You talking about Jans?
yeah.
And you all make it to the Lime Gate after Zakar shares his past with you. I mean, you can keep talking about it, Zakar. I'm sorry that we got distracted about.
oh yeah, I was just trying to fill time while you're.
Well, I am scared. I
Thank
hope
you.
there's no.
Yeah, poor Ben. He's going to be in Siberia for the rest of his life. After all.
They go into the sewer.
Well, all right. No, but what you can see is there are a number of people who you can definitely identify right away. Zakar are Shrikes, are Sadoon tribes members. It seems like there are ones who are dressed sort of similar to each other, and they're all sort of clustered together, and then there's another cluster of ones who are dressed differently, and whenever the two look at each other, they seem very, very angry about the other one being in their line of sight.
Shaking fists at each other.
Why I gotta...
Yeah.
And you actually notice that these gates are currently both open. And you can see that outside there are a bunch of posts, just like I don't know, like 35 feet past the gates. There's a bunch of posts that seem to have like horses and camels and llamas all tied up on them. And you can see that there are people who are sort of negotiating with the Sadoon tribesfolk. And you can see that there is one member of one of the groups, one of the entourages, who has this really long knife that he's just kind of flipping in his hand. And he is sitting on a saddle with his legs propped up on another one. He is eating a peach.
It's peaches.
Man, they get a lot of juicy fruits for a place that has
Man.
no water.
That's the thing about moving to the country is you're gonna
You eat a lot of peaches.
Zach and I are old.
Nathaniel's old too.
I'll come over here to these two and be like, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh wait, hold on. We're supposed to be Scottish, Ben says as he looks down at his notes. Oi!
Oi, I'm sorry if I'm being offensive. It's my first time here.
Boy and well met.
Do you all act as desert guides and navigators
Oh yeah,
from time to time?
that's right there, lad. Take people through the desert. That's right. If the coin's right though, not taking any wetlanders through for nothing.
Is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the situation. Is this one giant conglomeration, or do people take bids as individuals?
Oh, well, it's sometimes if there's a large group of folk, two of us or three of us will go together to carry them through, but we usually don't work in anything more than pairs if we can help it, because, we can get a little bit more gold if we work just by ourselves, take more back, do more trips, that sort of thing. This is
Right.
this
So
guy speaking to you, by the way.
So if somebody was looking for a guide, would they negotiate with individuals, or is there one person that negotiates for your entire lot?
It'll be individuals, laddie, and that's the one with the long knife. I guess he's more Irish.
Because, well, maybe somebody came and talked to you before. Did anyone with this wearing this symbol, and he points at his little raven symbol on his oh well, now it's on his armor, and
So Raven.
you're going to Siberia too.
Aye.
Did anybody with this come asking for navigators?
Aye, yeah. Somebody came through with that one, and they were, she was wanting to go to the blasted crop.
The blasted crop.
And, of course, I told her that we couldn't take her. Yeah, I was the one who, told her where to go. That's, the
So
one with the
you
knife and
all
the peach.
Oh, so you said that you wouldn't take her, and when you say you showed her where to go,
I took her.
you told her how to. Oh, you did take her.
Yeah, I took her. I'm the only one who, gets anywhere near the crop.
Did she return here with you?
No?
You left her in the blasted crop, you say?
I told her that if she went inside, I would only wait for her outside for 2 days. I waited 3. She didn't come back. I wasn't going in.
And what is the blasted crop exactly?
It's a cursed place. Between 2 massive plateaus of red rock, there stands a crop, smaller plateau, but there's a massive entrance. You can hear the wails of a fettered demon, chained down beneath it. Once upon a time, maybe she was good, but now, no. And your woman, Alison Starr, she wanted to go in. I told her it would be dangerous, and I told her she wouldn't come out. But I offered to wait. When she didn't come back, I left like I said I would.
And when you heard, did you hear this wailing when you approached it
Aye.
this time? Did it cease at any point?
Aye, yeah, when she went in. About 20 minutes after she was passed through the darkness.
And did it continue? Did it start up again at any point?
No. No. Look,
Clearly, she took care of whatever was in there.
are you wanting to go? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm the only one who can take you. He gives you a big
Well, and I look back to the other group. What do you guys think about going on a little trip across the desert?
As long as we stock up on booze first, I'm good to go.
Well, now that's probably going to be expensive in this city.
That's okay.
Well,
But if you all are willing, I think I could really help if I could figure out what she's up to and possibly catch up with her.
Jackson, there's an ancient evil in that prison.
Well, I can tell you that
Oh, I'm in.
Allison most likely took care of whatever that ancient evil is.
well,
Someone said
I'm
it's
backing out.
here's what I can tell you then. It'll be 150 gold for each of you that I take there.
And does this also give us supplies? Does this include them?
No, it's a journey there and a journey back to wetland. Be it on the other side of the desert or back here. But I don't go inside. I don't wait for you longer than 2 days when we go in.
Do we
Well,
really
don't
need this
expect you
guy?
that.
Aye. Aye, laddie, you do. Or laddie.
Zakar,
Sorry.
have you
Aye,
ever gone?
individual, you do.
We need him. If we're going into the desert, I could maybe keep us alive a couple days, but when you're out there, you lose track of which way you're going, and
Oh, no,
it's hard to find
150,
water.
150 gold apiece. What exactly is that ensuring?
That you don't get killed of starvation, thirst, or getting killed by some type
So
of
it
beast
does
out in the
include supplies, like you'll be supplying the water and
desert. No,
any
that's not what I
beast
said.
burden.
What I'm
So
saying
you'll,
is that you will
you'll
not.
remind us to eat.
I'm saying
So
that you won't
we're
get
carrying-
lost long enough. I'm trying to get you out of here within the next 2 minutes because we're already past 9 o'clock. I'm telling you that
Alright.
I won't let you get lost so that you will run out of whatever supplies you're taking.
Well, if we're carrying our own supplies, all I'm saying is that sounds like it's worth about 75 gold apiece, in all honesty.
And what I'm saying is, do you think you're in position to haggle?
Yeah, because there's
Certainly.
several of you here.
Oh,
And
right.
you said
And
yourself that
he looks
people are
at
going to compete for their...
he looks at
for the
both
prize.
of the both of his tribesmen and he says, "Are either of you lads gonna go to the blasted crop?" And one of them just laughs, and then the other one just shakes his head, and his eyes go wide. Right, you're welcome
Sounds
to
like
ask.
an illusion.
You're welcome
What
to
about
ask.
you, the third one here?
You're welcome to ask some of those cowards over there if they're willing to go to the blasted crop, and they're gonna tell you no. My lads won't go because they've got sense. They won't go because they don't got a fucking spine. And he
Look, I'm
stands
not
up when
really
he says
sure
that,
why
and
you're
then
being
sits back
so
down.
angry.
Jackson, we need him.
I'm not angry at you.
I mean, you're yelling at us about
I wasn't
this
yelling. I wasn't
when
yelling at
all
you.
we're asking
I
is
was
what
yelling
the deal
at some
actually was.
fucking cowards who should know not to stand this close to us. And you see this guy
Okay,
look over
anyways.
with the angry look on his face.
How
So
much will you cut
all
off
it
the price?
includes is you keeping us on track during the traveling, right?
Aye.
Then I do have to agree that 150 a head is a bit much.
Especially because I don't have that much. so-
What if we did 90 gold?
What if you did 149?
What about this bag of metal dice that we were just given?
How about you don't try to offer me anything that I don't understand?
How about 100 apiece, and I give you some lovely Dalryoth whiskey that you can enjoy on your own. You don't have to share it with your men at all.
I don't drink. How about 120? And
What if I
I get
gave
your-
you some
I get
white
his
hag
bow.
soup?
I get his bow. How about 120 and I take his bow, and he's pointing at Failnut.
No,
Guys, I'm telling you that I've worked these deserts my whole life, and
Okay, well,
we need
how-
them.
What if the
and
duck?
we're running late. Can you just tell us how low he'll go?
He will go to 130 with no additional items given to him. Actually, not even that. 135. He is literally the only person who you can meet who can take you there without you dying of starvation. He has a monopoly on this tour.
But if she's not going to be there, then why are we even going?
Well, there could be clues.
All right, he'll go down to 125. Brian, you can leave. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, it's okay. I'm the one that's making it go longer now. How much for the duck, sir?
The only thing is that they leave me with with 3 gold.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have that much.
I have 10 platinum and 50 gold, so I have enough.
I don't have so much more gold than you guys. I have 400 gold.
Oh wait,
We
Yeah.
tip like 20 gold every time we do shit.
Yeah,
We're so
I was gonna say, are
stupid.
you sure you're not holding on to the gold that you say that you're taking from us?
I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
I
always-
gave 200 gold to the improv
Oh.
teacher.
No, I do
I
have
also waste a lot on spell components.
11 platinum. I forgot about that.
So,
I mean, I can make up the difference if you
100,
guys don't want to spend all your gold.
125 gold then, lads.
For all of us.
No, for each of you. That's a total of 600 gold.
That's fine.
No, wait, hold on. 125 is less than 150 times 4. Whatever that total is, alright. And he takes it and he says, right, well, as soon as you all have got your supplies you think you need, I'll be ready to go.
Guys, we can just kill him when we get there and take the gold back. That is not me. Sebastian, get out of here.
And we're going to call that...
Add on.
We're going to say that is the Sunken World Saga for this week. Please tune in next week when we will have the continued adventures of the A-Team. And that'll be fun. Thank you all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching, and thank you all for playing.
Oh boy, we left. Goodbye. I'm glad we could leave you all on the cliffhanger of how much